that time, my business was the primary income for our family. My husband had had a career outside of the home. He'd had a shoulder injury that made it impossible for him to continue with that career. And so I had brought him inside my business. So we were both working in this one business. And so that was really, really hard. Like, it was terrifying for me. I was terrified because we had put everything in this one thing, this one basket. We didn't have another stream of income coming in. And so it was sink or swim. It was do or die, make something happen, or I knew I was going to have to go out and get a job in corporate, and I would have had to start at the bottom. I would have been driving 3 hours a day probably in order to get to a place that would have a position that would be a good fit for me. And we had just started homeschooling our kids. So it was intense. The first 6 months or so were really hard. There was a lot of breaking down for my mindset that had to occur because I had been an employee really my whole life. I never planned on being an entrepreneur. I didn't have any business training whatsoever. I just had technical skills,
Mhm.
and so it was hard. It was definitely put your feet to the fire, and you either grow or you don't. So it was a lot of stress, a lot of uncertainty and up in the air, but I just kept going because I knew that I had to try.